going on? Jerome's fourth-year safety, Camryn Bynum, has really stepped up as a leader on the back end of that Vikings defense. He's a tackling machine, can cover a ton of ground. Love his attitude, love his unabashed love for the Philippines, and the way that he gives back to the community. And he's just a fantastic player, fantastic person, and someone I want inked up long-term here with the Vikings. But long story longer, I'll also think it's fantastic that BZ just ain't afraid. They ain't afraid to talk about the Vikings' goals for this season, even though everyone and their mom, under 6.5 wins. They got rid of Kurt. They got rid of Neil. Blah, 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 blah. F that. Next man up. And honestly, if you don't see that this team is full of young, hungry, and talented players, you're either stupid or a liar. So take your pick. But BZ just like saying it, man. Camryn Bynum on the Vikings ceiling, quote, "I expect a Super Bowl." Everybody says that, and everybody should say that. And he was on the Insiders yesterday talking about Manila Madness, his youth camp in the Philippines, as well as expectations for the Vikings this season. And this is what he said. Also, all right, so this is from NFL.com. Not gonna lie, of the national chains, like Domino's, Papa John's, Pizza Hut will always have a spot in my heart because I grew up with it. Anyways, but this is what Bees said. Coming off a 2023 campaign where they faltered down the stretch and then went to massive quarterback overhauls. You can't say anything nice about the Vikings. In a 2023 campaign where this defense massively overachieved under first-year coordinator Brian Flores, and Camryn Bynum stepped up to a Pro Bowl adjacent type player. I can't say that. Beasley was asked Thursday at NFL Network's Insiders what he sees as a Viking ceiling in 2024. Quote, "I expect a Super Bowl. Everybody says that, and everybody should say that," he said. But you look at the guys on this team, you look at the locker room, all the experience we have, look how much depth we have, especially on the defense. So many guys, it's almost weird looking around. You're like, okay, how are we all going to get on the field? There's just so many ballers. You look at the offense, there's a baller at every position. And when you look across the whole board, that's why I'm confident when I expect us to be a Super Bowl team. But really, our preparation has to tell it all. You say that every year. Every team says that every year. But we have to put all these names and everything. We have to make it real. And that's exactly it. Where every single player can think that. Well, actually, every single player doesn't think that. You know what I mean? There's some players that are some bad teams that are just like, all right, let's just cash these checks and be out. That's what happens, man. But, I love that he just came out and said it. They expect a Super Bowl as opposed to, we're just working and trying hard and just trying to get better here every day. And like we said, he's absolutely correct because you look at this offense. I don't care who's at quarterback. I could be a quarterback and this offense could be lethal with Jefferson, Addison, Hawkinson, Darisaw, Aaron Jones, etc. And he brings up a good point about the defense. Because trying to find ways to get everyone on the field, it's going to be tough because on the edge, Diamond Dallas Turner, Jonathan Gennard, AVG, Ivan Pace Jr., and Blake Cashman as your off-balls. And then cornerbacks-wise, Shaq, Evans, Blackman, Murphy. Safety-wise, they played 3 safeties last year almost out of necessity, but do you scale back some of Harrison's snaps this year with Beasley and Metellus just hanging out? Also, you got Jay Ward and Theo Jackson rising up as well. So, I understand that there's a lot of variables and moving parts on both the defense and the offense, but I'm with Beasley on this one. There's a lot to like, and I frankly think that the Vikings are going to shock a lot of people. Top 10 defense, top 10 offense, top 15 defense. Special teams doesn't kick us in the groinal area. All of a sudden, you have a team that is super dangerous, right? And they're a young team that has some veterans, but overall, they don't know what they don't know, right? They don't know that they're not supposed to be contenders. They don't know that they're not supposed to be winning these close games. They don't know that they're not supposed to be performing exceedingly well with Sam Darnold and or a rookie quarterback under center. They don't know. They don't know, man. But, again, guys like Beasley stepping up and being leaders, also extend Beasley long-term. Hopefully that gets done before the season. It's just great, man. It's just great. But your thoughts are thoughts. Camryn Bynum, he expects a Super Bowl. I kind of like the chutzpah. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.